Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of COVID. Blue, Blanc, Rouge. Um, so we got the game tonight. Montreal is in on the island, New York Islanders, to play the Islanders. I don't know what I was going to say. Uh, I'm a little under the weather, so hopefully you'll give me a break there. So we got that tonight. I have for you here in this live stream. I'll have the game preview. I have the lineups. I think there's some lineup changes. I will have game day news and this thing here called the guess the score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game from either team. You can pick that guy, and you win a cash prize if you are the first one in the chat with that guess. So if you see somebody in the chat with the guess you wanted and it's already there, then just sort of alter your guess a little bit. And I mean, that's the best you can do. So there you go. I will give you my guess. I think I have one. Yeah, I do. A little bit later on. What else I got for you? Let's go and see who's here. Don't press the end button. I almost pressed end broadcast. That would be fun. Habs Guru, how's it going, man? Yeah, I am feeling a little better. Although you're hearing it in my voice more probably than the other day, but I'm feeling a lot better actually. A little bit. Oh, wait a second. That's my ex. I gave this to my ex-wife. So she's just texting me back. I'm going to text her in a sec. Yeah, I'm feeling better, but not out of the woods yet. It's a day closest I can figure. I'm either on day 4 or day 5. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Not that I got any really bad anyway, but anyway, yeah. Enough on that. Hey, Justin, how you doing, man? You're at Swiss Chalet watching the stream. Awesome. Haven't eaten a Swiss Chalet in a long time. Lucas, 3-1 Isles. Romanov with the first goal. Jason, 4-2 Islanders with Anders Lee with the first goal. Hey, Sofka, how you doing, man? They have the best sweater and logo. You think so? Yeah. Montreal does. I don't know where you're going from. No, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you at all. They're from the great city of. Oh. I thought you were talking about the Isles, but yes, Habs have the greatest logo ever made. Faye, how you doing, man? It's been a while since I believe. Good to see you. A fight between Romanov and Jacky? No, I mean Romanov is a lot smaller. No, I don't think so at all. But expect Romanov. What I saw Edmondson in one of the interview things this afternoon saying that expect a few big hits from Romanov tonight. He says I'm going to warn the guys because he's gonna lace a few guys. I'm sure. All in fun, sort of. Sufka's got 4-1 Islanders. Slav with the first goal. Hey, Marwisk. I'm doing good. I'm still sick, but I mean, I didn't get it bad. I didn't get it bad at all. My worry is I gave it to my ex-wife. I didn't know I was sick. She's got it a little bit worse than me so far. She just got it yesterday, and she's got one symptom that bugs me. And my son's going over there to help her with something. Well, to do something for her. He won't have any contact, but he's going to check her out a little bit better. But I'm worried a little bit. So I'm just going to let her know I'm on air. But call me if you need anything. So just give me a sec. And Zach's on his way. I'm sorry for the dead air, but there. He's fine. Zach is fine. My son Zach is fine. He has no symptoms so far, so I'm going to say knock wood that he doesn't. And I've been very careful since I know about it. Like I go out there with my mask on, and I wear one of these, so it's a KN95. So this is pretty good. And I always sanitize my hands before I leave the room. So at least I'm not. The hands are clean. I got a mask on. It's cool. And I've been in here or my room, my bedroom at night to sleep, but in here with the door closed most of the time. So, yeah, he's good so far, knock wood. I think by now he would have shown something. Izzy, I'm glad you're here. Izzy, you are a winner of something. The last draw, we did it, I think, 2 weeks ago. I don't have it in front of me, but you want a pennant. You want the Habs pennant. You got to send me emails in the description. Send me an email so I can get your email address, and that way I can get and send me your address actually by email. That's it. Send me your address by email, and that way I can ship it to you. But congrats, Izzy. You were in the room that night, but then when I did the draw, you weren't there. So, but congrats. I'm glad you were here. Awesome. Marwisk, I hope you're right. I'm not worried for Slav. I'm one of the few, I think. I'm not worried for him. I think I see the signs of him improving. I see good things. I'm not worried. So I've got COVID. I went to my dad's in a care facility. So my sister and I went there to have lunch with him last Sunday. And when we got there, found out that his end of the floor, there was a lot of COVID. So stupid us, don't maybe turn around, go home. No, we went, we had lunch, and 3 days later, I got COVID. So 3 years, a little over 3 years, I went without it, but now I got it. So. Oh, Marwis, don't listen to people like that because that's just stupid to trade Slav for Lafreniere. It's just stupid. You don't give up on this kid at 18. There's no way. Maybe at 23, if he's still doing what he's doing now, you give up on him, but you don't give up on him at 18. I see signs of the improvement, and when he, when it connects, I like what I see. So give him 3 years and imagine what Slav's going to be like. I think at the very least, he's still going to be a really good to great NHL player. I don't think he's good. I don't know that he's going to be elite. He has potential to be elite, but if not, he'll be somewhere a little under that. I think anyway. So yeah, but just ignore people like that. They don't know what they're talking about. No, I've got it. That's why it says I've got it. But I know English isn't your first language, so it's cool. But yeah, I just figured to let everybody know so I don't have to explain it too much. But yeah, I got COVID. I was vowing to be like one of the only people never to get it, but that didn't last long. All right, I got game day news. So let's get into that before we get into the preview. First up, we'll say that so this will be the first time facing former Hab Alex Romanov since the trade. Romanov has 1 goal, 13 assists, 14 points this season for the Islanders. I saw an interview with him, in the locker room, and he said they asked him what would he like to improve most right now, and he said offense. He needs to improve his offense. So I thought that was interesting, and he's also a +8 in his first 43 games with the Islanders. So he seems like he's okay, doing okay down there. It was sad to see him, it's going to be sad to see him on the other side. I miss Alex Romanov, liked him, always did. But, I like the team. I like the guy we got for him. I'm not complaining. Cole Caulfield is the fastest Habs player to score 25 goals in a season since Stefan Richer in 1987-88. That's been a long freaking time. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to predict that Cole Caulfield is going to hit 50 goals. I'll give it, maybe he just misses and hits 49, but I believe, don't be wimpy, Rick. Cole Caulfield will score 50 goals this season. Yep. Kirby Dach has 26 points in 42 games. That ties him for his previous high in points, but that was accomplished in 70 games. So Kirby Dach off to a really good season. There's no doubt that there's a lot of good hockey in him and a lot of good production to come from Kirby Dach in the future, without a doubt in my mind. The Islanders are 1-4-1 in their last 6 games and have only 5 goals in their last 4 games. So this says 2 things to me. They're in a slump, and Montreal might, this is a good opportunity for Montreal to pick up their first back-to-back wins since late November, which I had here. They haven't had 2 games in a row since late November. It also says to me, when a team is slumping like that and they face the Habs, they usually win. So I don't know. I'm struggling with that. But I will tell you, I'm calling for the Habs to win tonight in my prediction, which we're going to get to. Excuse me for my voice, by the way. New York Islanders' Brock Nelson has 6 goals, 1 assist, and 7 points in his last 3 games versus Montreal. And that was all last season. So look for Brock Nelson to possibly have a really big game. Mike Matheson was in full contact jersey at yesterday's practice. I don't know if they practiced today or what, but he's not in the lineup tonight. But he'll probably be in the lineup tomorrow. I have a feeling. Now, my next 2 items are something I got from the sorry about that. How long? I don't know how long that is. All right. Whatever I said before doesn't matter if you missed any. I don't think that was out long. I watched the Raw Knuckles podcast today. It had Jeff Molson, so that's the one from yesterday. It was very interesting and a good watch. It's very interesting. I got 2 things from it that are very interesting that maybe you don't notice it if you watch it, but I picked up on it. So I'm going to bring it to you here. I think I want to say he lied. He didn't lie, I don't think, on purpose. Like, he came out to lie on purpose about this, but he lied about something. Or I don't know if it's necessarily a lie, but it's not a truth. So I wrote stuff that I don't have to read here. Molson said 80% of Habs fans are French. Now, while that may be true in Quebec, it's not the total fan base across Canada or globally. So, to give the global fan base only 20% of media access is, in my opinion, a mistake on their part and a bit of a diss to all the English fans. And I don't know that he realizes this, and I don't know why they're going on this assumption that Habs fans are 80% French, because that is not true. It's the one point of the Habs this year that I'm really mad at. I don't really like at all. I don't know why they've gone this way, but that's an untruth. On the question of Jonathan Drouin re-signing with Montreal, Jeff Molson gave away what they're going to do. He was asked about Jonathan Drouin and about all this stuff, and basically whether he kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Regretted, that whole acquiring him and everything. In answering that, he said this. That he hopes Drouin finds his right opportunity to excel and reach his potential. I'm kind of paraphrasing. It's not the exact words, but it's close. And to reach his potential. So it's clearly that he didn't mean that they were going to resign him, that it wasn't in Montreal that he was thinking that. He said that he hopes he finds the right opportunity to excel and reach his potential. That's not saying in Montreal. That's all clearly not saying in Montreal. So it's clear for everybody worried about that they're going to re-sign Drouin. I'm going to say right now, without a doubt in my mind, they're not. They're not thinking of it. They've already got him gone. Whether they can move him or he walks at the end of the season, like I had said before the season, I'd have thought that they had already made up their mind on Drouin and that they weren't going to re-sign him. I think I'm right. Whether it was then that they had already done it or during the season, I don't know. I'm excited about that because I was right. And I picked it up. So watch and let me know if you guys noticed that. And that's all the game day news I've got for you. So before we get to everybody here and then my preview, I'm going to just give you my guess to score for the guess to score contest, which I don't win, obviously. And if you have the same guess, don't worry about it because mine doesn't count. I'm allowed to do this, right? I can't decide on a score. I got Cole Caulfield for the first goal because I kind of had a feeling 2-1 Montreal, but I started to think maybe 3-2. So I don't know if it's going to be 3-2 or 2-1, but that's my guess. There you go. If it helps you guys make a guess, I don't know, but you're not allowed to have two scores. Only I'm allowed. Where was I? I'll get a couple more of these you guys comments, and then I'm going to go to the preview. Sovka says, all I need is to get healthy is one shot of homemade Slovakian moonshine made by my grandfather. Awesome. I've had moonshine before. Where my dad used to live a long time ago. They rented a place, and then they had a little shed in the back, and underneath was like a work shed. Underneath the workbench, there was 2 cases of moonshine. It was pretty potent stuff. Bayboy's got Habs 4-2 with Suzuki getting the first goal. Lucas says, happy it's not affecting you too bad, Rick. Yeah, I'm happy. It's a little bit more on my ex-wife. Not too bad. It's just there's one symptom she's got that's worrying. Other than that, nothing else. So, but it's minor. It's still not severe, but it's still worrying, you know. But yeah, for me, I kind of breezed through this, I think. Yeah, the weed helps. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that a lot. And listen, we got to get together, right? I got your prize. We got to get together to do that. So email me at something or something. Yeah, email me, Lucas. I'll give you my number. We could text and figure it out. How's that? But email me for me to give. I'm not just going to give you the number over here. Yeah, here's my number, everybody. Laval up 5-2 after 2 periods. AHL is free view day. So watching Laval. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I missed that. Guru says, last 2 years, I've been sick in the second week of January. On January 14th of 2021 and 2022, I got negative COVID tests 1 year apart to the day. Awesome that they were negative, though, at least. Or you had COVID both times. I don't know. Did you have COVID? Baby says, Romy was good defense, but zero offense. Well, I think that's what he was saying. They interviewed him in the locker room. I saw it on Twitter. And he said that's what he's got to improve on. He's really got to improve on his offense. Babe, I am. Yes, I'm definitely feeling better. It doesn't sound like I am, I know, but you can see by my energy level. And no, there's no my usual thing. I didn't take that today because I figured I didn't want to try that. So I got energy. I'm good, but I have some symptoms, but nothing bad. Who you like more, Shesterkin or Halak? Halak is legend in Montreal too. He is second behind Price. I was always a Price guy. I like Halak. I think Halak's a good goalie. If you're talking about today, right now, I take Shesterkin for a couple of reasons. I've got him in fantasy. I mean, he's younger. So Shesterkin for sure right now. And maybe I think Shesterkin's probably overall will be the better goalie after the career's all said and done. When you compare them, not that Halak is bad. I have a lot of respect for Halak. Hey, BC Richard, how you doing, man? 4-2 Habs, Suzuki first goal. Awesome. Do you think we will get another first rounder for this year's draft via trade? That's from Conservative Lawyer. Hey, Conservative Lawyer, how you doing? Yeah, I do. I think we got I think there's a couple of ways to do it too. Monahan, as long as Monahan can come back and continue what he was doing, I think he will. I think also you might get like Edmondson and something for a first round. I think Edmondson can bring you back a first rounder at the trade deadline. So I think there's a couple of ways to do that, right? So there you go. I think they will. I'm hoping they will. Anyway. Oh, I heard this about Dadonov. I heard this on Twitter. Of the 10 teams that are likeliest to be buyers at the trade deadline, Pierre LeBrun said this too, by the way. He talked to them. None of them were interested in Dadonov. None of them were interested in Dadonov like at all. So more than likely, Dadonov, you're going to have to pay a team to take him with a sweetener, you know? Born to be a Hab, I kind of agree with you there. He says, I think Subban ignited a fire under the Habs, and we saw a glimmer of the future of the Habs, like we did at the beginning of the season, at times during the season. But I think you're right. Subban definitely kind of motivated them, I think, without a doubt. And yeah, we're going to have a good team, you know. Excuse me, with a little patience of anywhere like from 2 to the next 4 years. But, you know, once we get through that, I think we're going to have another one of those. Whether they can accomplish the success as far as Stanley Cups, I don't know. But one of those great teams that the Habs have had in the 70s and the 60s, that kind of great team where they're consistent and they're challenging every year, and we're going to get a couple of cups out of that. That's my prediction. I mean, so yeah, I think that is what happened. Yeah, no problem, Lucas. We'll get together. You know, we'll meet at the mall after my COVID, though. But definitely. You know, I just realized I'm hungry now. Right, the start of the damn show, and I forgot to eat before, but it's okay. I'll be fine. I'll get something quick in between shows. Speaking of which, let's go to. I just want to get to Gurus, and then we'll go to the preview. Never had a COVID that I know of. Okay, I wasn't sure what you were saying. Yeah, bro, listen, you can be sick, but at least they were negative and you didn't have COVID. I was hoping that, you know, I would skate through this for a little while longer, but can't say that anymore. And you know what? I'll say this, my stupidity. I got lax a little bit, boom, and that's what happens. Anyway. BC Richard, I think if they would take a page from what Montreal's doing and start turning around, you know. But I get what you're saying. But they need to do the same thing, sort of tear it down a bit and build it back up. All right, let's get to my preview. So we got the 17, 22, and 3 Montreal Canadiens in New York to take on the Islanders, 2020. 22, 18, and 3. Excuse me. I was wondering why I took aches and pains. I took one of my painkillers. I was wondering why it hit me pretty hard because I didn't eat. Not always the best thing to do. How to watch this game? 7 p.m. Eastern start time, 4 p.m. Pacific. It is on Sportsnet East City TV. That's where I'm watching it. And TVA Sports, that'll be in French. The other two are in English. Islanders region, MSGSN. Is that like MSG Madison Square Garden Sportsnet? Is that what it means? All right. Who knows? Season series playing tonight. They're going to be, that's the first of the season, by the way. February 11th, they'll be in Montreal. And April 12th, right near the end of that might be the last game. I don't think it is, but it's right near there. They'll be back on the island to finish out. Last 10 record, Montreal is 2-7-1 in their last 10. They won their last game. The Islanders are 4-5-1, and they lost their last game. Home and away, Montreal's on the road, so their away record is 8-11-3, and the Islanders are 12-7-1 at home. Tail of the tape, Scoring chances for percentage, 44.41% for Montreal, 28th. That went up just a little bit. 49.08% for the Islanders. That's 22nd in the league. Goals per game, 2.60 for Montreal, 29th in the league. 3.05 for the Islanders, 23rd. Goals against per game, 3.79 for Montreal, 29th, and 2.70 for the Islanders, 7th. So that's a little over a full goal difference. Power play percentage, 16% for Montreal, 30th. It went up a little bit. They moved up. 18.3% for the Islanders, 27th. So not much better there. PK percentage, 74.5% for Montreal, 23rd, and 82.2% for the Islanders, that's 7th. So you take a shitty power play of Montreal against a good PK of the Islanders, and it doesn't look good for the power play tonight, but let's see. Last season, Montreal was 1-2-0 against the Islanders, and the Islanders were 1-1-1. Face-off percentage, 49.9% for Montreal, 16th, and 50.2% for the Islanders, 14th. So they're close there. And shots on goal. Shots on goal per game, 28 for Montreal, 30.4 for the Islanders, and shots on goal allowed, 33.7 for Montreal and 31.3 for the Islanders. Goalies tonight. For Montreal, Monty's in net, so Sam Montembeault, 7-6-2, 3.39 goals against, and a 9.02 save percentage. Sorokin will be in nets tonight for the Islanders, I believe. 14-14-2, 2.29 goals against, 9.26 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. Players to watch over the last 5. For points, look at that. That is, I didn't think I'd ever see that this season. Jonathan Drouin leads the Habs over the last 5 games in points. And I want to say, is that for real or that's a joke? For the Islanders, it's Barzal with 4. For goals, it's Cole Caulfield with 4 for Montreal, and Jean-Gabriel Pageau with 2 for the Islanders. Assists, Drouin, of course, they're all assists, and Mayfield for the Islanders with 2. And Jordan Harris has a +2, and Cizikas for the Islanders has a +3. Team leaders in goals, Caulfield with 25 for Montreal, Brock Nelson 15 for the Islanders. Points, Nick Suzuki 35 for Montreal, Barzal for the Islanders 41. Average time on ice, Mike Matheson, still injured, not back yet, 24-14, and Noah Dobson for the Islanders, 20-55. Wins, Jake Allen with 10, and Ilya Sorokin with 14. Bottom 10 in the league. Florida's back in the bottom 10. It's Florida, Ottawa, Philadelphia, Vancouver. They're all above Montreal. And then San Jose, Arizona, Anaheim. Chicago and Columbus is now the new, they're tied, but they played one more game. So Columbus is the last place team right now. There you go. It's a little jockeying there. Top 5 scoring for the Islanders. Barzal, 11 goals, 30 assists, 41 points. Nelson, 15, 24, and 39 points. Anders Lee with 15 on each side there, 15 and 15, 30. Noah Dobson, 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points. And Pageau with 10 goals, 14 assists, 24 points. I remember with the Senators, Pageau used to be a bit of a Habs killer. I don't know if that continued with the Islanders, but he was a Habs killer with the Sens. Habs top 5. Suzuki, 15 goals, 20 assists, 35 points. Caulfield, 25 goals, 25 big goals, on pace for 50. 9 assists, 34 points. I wonder, when was his last assist? He hasn't had one in a long time. Kirby Dach, 7 goals, 19 assists, 26 points. Christian Dvorak, 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points. And Monahan, still there. Like, nobody else has been able to get up into the top 5. 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Monahan's been out for, a month now, I think? So, I'm not saying much for Montreal's secondary scoring. Not saying anything for it, actually. The Islanders lineup. Barzal in between Parise and Bailey. Nelson centering Lee and Holmstrom. Pageau in between Beauvillier and Fasching. Is he a fascist? No, I didn't. I'm not calling him that. It's just his name. Cizikas in between Martin and Clutterbuck, but I think Clutterbuck is day to day, but I guess maybe he's back. I heard that for some reason. Wotherspoon and Pulak, first pair. Romanov and Mayfield, second pair. Aho and Dobson, third pair. And Sorokin is in nets. And we'll see Montreal's. All right, Suzuki, Caulfield, Doc, first line. Evans, Dadonov, Armia, third line. Dvorak, Slavkovsky, Anderson, that's second line. And then Drouin, Pizzetta, and Jesse Alonen on the fourth line. Edmondson and Savard, first pair. Harris and Kovacevic, second pair. Jacka and Weidman, third pair. Monty starting. Now, this is the weird thing. Look at the scratched. Jake Allen. Jake Allen is scratched? I don't get that one. And then Barron and Hoffman are the healthy scratches. So we know Jake Allen is out for, I think he's out for a little bit. And is he scratched? Like, I don't know. That caught me off guard. What do you guys think of that? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Let's see now. Hey, Phil. How's it going, man? Filibuster in the room. For anyone with Amazon Prime, the game will be on there. It's on Prime. Yeah, but you know what? I think it's on a pretty big delay. It's going to be but I mean, if you got nowhere else to watch it, definitely. But NHL 66 or City TV is better, but if you don't get that. Laval 5-2, 10:39 left in the game. Thanks for the update, bud. Who are the scorers for Laval? Oh, that's a lot. Only 3. Richard got 1, and Bill Zeal got 2. Look at that. Stan the Man, how you doing, man? Is there nothing unfortunate about that? You're allowed. 5-3 New York. Barzal, first goal. Phil's chiming in with On Hockey TV, but that's also a little bit behind. Probably a lot like Prime. It could be like a minute or so behind on there. Guitar Geek says NHL webcast. No, but you gotta pay for that, no? Phil's got Habs will win 4-2. Slappy with the first. Who's Slappy? I don't know who Slappy is. Slavkovsky. I'm gonna say Slavkovsky. Is it really? Is it free there, or you got to pay for that, Guitar Geek? We might have a new place there. I don't know. I haven't heard of that one before, but maybe that's a new place that you guys can check out. It's on Sportsnet East. Yes, also if you have Sportsnet. Guitar Geek says NHL webcast, which I'm going to write down, so I might check it out, is free. And he says it's a good place to watch the game. Never hurts to have an extra place. Even if you don't use it right now, it never hurts to have an extra place in case one's down. Go somewhere that's good. Doesn't hurt. All right, let me see. I'm going to be here for another about 5 minutes. Then I got to go feed my dog and cats, and then I'll be back for the hangout. I get to watch it on City TV, which means I get the goals first. I love that. It's not good when they get shut out, but hopefully they won't be shut out again. So whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm here for that. Let me know what you think. Give a thumbs up. If you had a good time, if you put up with my voice, I don't know. My voice is pretty awful. Hey, Mary Jo, got in there in time. 3-2 Habs, Dobson with the first goal. I got Dobson in my fantasy, one of the fantasy pools. In the points pool, I went from, at one point I was 11th. We got 11 in there? Maybe 10th. But I was hanging around 8th. I just pulled into 4th. And I don't know if I have 100 points or 80 points behind Habination, who's kind of been a dick lately there. And my goal is to definitely pass him. And then BL is ahead of me, but by a good bit. And then Luca, I doubt I can catch those guys. But I can catch Habination, and I'm going to. And, yeah, there you go. for all the lousy things he said, it kind of accused me of, but won't accuse me like directly, Anyway. And you notice Habs Nation hasn't been around lately since he got pissed off at me because he thought I cheated in the pool. Because I need to win the pool because I don't win the prize. Why do I need to win? And believe me, that is my attitude. I'm a competitive enough guy, but I mean, right now he's got me wanting to not beat PL or beat Luca, but to beat him, which I did in the other pool. I'm now. I think I'm in third in the. I'm on third in the head-to-head, but I picked first. So, but I'm in fourth now in the other one, and I picked eighth there. So that's a good improvement. I like that. I made a mid-season surge. That's what I'd say. So hopefully I can hang on to that shit. I don't know. All right, nobody else wants to talk to me. Anyway, I'll be here another 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's it. That's all you got. That's it. And then we'll go to the hangout at 7. Also, remind everybody, if you're going to be around for tomorrow's game, it is an early start. So the pregame show will be at 4, and the hangout will be at 5 because the game starts at 5. A weird start time. I imagine it's because of the football, but I don't know why. Or there's a show at the Garden and they need them out, which I don't know, still a weird time. It'll finish. What time would the show start? They wouldn't have time to set up. So I don't know what's going on for that, but it's a 5 o'clock start. Hopefully my voice will be a little better tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine tomorrow. A little bit better as well from the COVID. Tomorrow is either day 5 or day 6, depending on how they judge that. I don't know, but I'm getting my halfway through. All right, I'm going to take it that nobody else wants to talk to me, or I'm getting one of those delays in the comments, which happens every now and then. So I'm going to take off because I'm like 2 minutes away from when I would normally go. And I'm hoping I'm not missing any comments. If I missed any comments, I apologize. If you can come into the hangout and ask away, no problem there. So I'm taking off. So listen, thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in 20 minutes. I'm a little over 20 minutes for the hangout. I got nothing else to add to that. So till then, which is not long, stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And I'll see you soon. Ciao, everybody.